It may take churning, whirling thrill rides like these to attract crowds to a Carnival Midway. But maintaining the loyalty of riders over generations requires continuity of ownership, and that's a key to the success of the Coleman family.
I'm fourth generation. I am the great-granddaughter of Dick Coleman. My grandfather is Bob Coleman. My grandmother's Rachel Coleman. They are the current owners of the carnival, and my mother and my Uncle Tim run the show.
There's another important element afoot here.
It's a tradition, because we've been in Connecticut 100 years now, so everybody knows our name.
No, I would say it's very much traditional. I mean, my father was broke in by my grandfather, I was broke in by him, so we still have old values,
Timmy moves the show, Timmy gets the show up, and my nephew helps him get it up and moves.
Everybody here is a family, not just the immediate family. Even our help is all family. We have a lot of guys that have been here for over 20-something years.
There's generations that have come through our carnival as well. Parents bring their kids or their grandkids.
By their intent, the Colemans have kept the size of their carnival relatively stable. About 24 rides, 15 games, and a half dozen food stands.
We've had all the basics. We've always had the basics.
Airy ground, I would say, is always popular. The slide and the giant wheel.
Family rides. We try to keep a mixture of everything. You got to have a mixture of everything to make a complete carnival.
Most popular is Thunderbolt, Starship. For kid ride, it's like the slide. Twin Flip does pretty well out here, new, but it's pretty intense, so it's not something you can repeat ride.
Twin Flip was a new one that we got, and I've started to learn a lot more of this European technology, and I'm glad that we did get it, because now that's basically going to be the future.
The family has upgraded their lineup of rides. They also have seen change among ridership along their 25 community route in Connecticut, New York, and Massachusetts.
It seems like we don't get as many families. It seems like there's more teenagers. You do still get families, but kids today are definitely not like the kids they were before. No, they've changed a lot.
Kids just don't wake up the same they used to. I mean, they're not going out to play early on Saturday mornings. They're sleeping in. I did the same thing when I was a teenager, so I don't think it's really getting harder. They're still going to come out. It's just a different atmosphere. But other than that, basically, Carnival's still the same concept.
A lot of our fairs we've played for 40, 50 years. A lot of our places in the spring, so people came and then they bring their kids.
Well, I try to play a lot of the same lots, but unfortunately, as anybody that books shows knows, that the lots disappear. They build buildings on them, or different reasons. I think we do a good job with what we have to work with, and we're trying to constantly make it better. You can only do so much and do it right, and how much is enough? But you can find the happy medium, and I think that's again another key. Where do you want to go?
Where would I like to see it going? I mean, I just want to keep it going maybe another 100 years. I don't know. We got to find a next generation to take it over.
We raised 4 kids, and the other family members raise their kids here.
And we enjoy what we're doing. And I mean, sometimes it's frustrating. I mean, when you're at lots where you can't get on, or, sometimes the kids are out of control or whatever, but for the most part, it's a happy environment that you're living in.
At this point, the passing of the torch to the next generation may not come too soon.
Well, I got a 16-year-old, so I don't see retirement anytime soon. So I just go until I can't go anymore, I guess.
I have to work till I drop, unfortunately. I don't think I'm going to be like my dad at 90 still doing this, I think.
The business. It's in your blood. It's part of you. I'm too old to make a career change. What am I going to do?
But there's a lingering image among some of the public that the Coleman family is attempting to change.
What I like is to change their perception of the so-called carny. That's what I like, to change their perception that, we're not mean, dirty people. We're actually just like you, So it's our name. They don't know Joe Schmo from Adam, but they know the Coleman name, and that's my name, and I want to make my family proud.
In the meantime, at least one major problem is exacting a toll on daily carnival operations.
The labor is what's worrying me. The health situation's getting tougher and tougher.
And that's the subject of our next report. With the Coleman Brothers shows in Connecticut, I'm Lane Talbert.